Alright, I'm going to be showing you how to move your car along a curve in Blender. So this is our car right here. This right here is the front. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Add, Curve, Path, and you'll see this line appears. You can go into Edit mode, and then you get these points. You should start off with about 5 of them. Then when you grab a point, you hit G to grab, or you can of course use this menu here. You can grab them, move them around. Then the actual line that the car is going to follow is this line here. You can see it's this one, the light gray line. While in edit mode, you can select everything and scale it up too to make it bigger. You can rotate points, not these ones, but you can rotate 2 points together to kind of turn it around. And then you can also extrude points. So I'm going to create something along the lines of this. Looks about good. So right now we probably want to click on our car and go down to this kind of it looks like a gear system, maybe a pulley. We're going to click on it. It's called constraints. While clicking on the car, add object constraint, follow path. Click on this eyedropper, then click on the curve. And now, if you increase offset, or decrease in this case, it will follow the curve. But it's not really turning in the direction we want, so we're going to turn on follow curve. So now it's kind of turning in the way that it shouldn't, but it's still facing it's facing the wrong way, but it's turning in the correct direction. So what we can do is we can mess with this forward axis. So you can turn it. I just happened to immediately pick the right one. I picked X, and that just happened to be correct for this piece. So now when I decrease offset, it moves along this line. Something that I would highly suggest, but you absolutely do not have to do. Turn on fixed position. Now 0 will be the start, 1 will be the end, and it makes it a whole lot easier to animate when you have to get to editing the curve a bunch. So with the object selected, go to the first keyframe, or whenever you want to start, and then click on this little circle next to offset factor. Go forward a certain amount of keyframes, then increase the offset factor, then click that button again. And now it will automatically go through there. So something that you can do that's more advanced with this curve and might help you a bit, I'm just going to select everything in edit mode, click X, and delete vertices. On this left side, there's this draw menu. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go to the top-down view. I'm going to zoom out a bit, then I'm going to draw what I want it to look like. We'll do a mushroom. And you can see, it'll go right to the beginning. And it seems to be going a little fast now. So what you can do is grab these keyframes, hit G, and move them farther away. So now, it'll take a little bit longer. Now, what if you didn't want it to be completely flat? Well, that's really easy. Also, because we drew using the draw tool, we now have these different type of curve. This is called a handle. The handle has 3 parts: the center, and then the 2 edges. The edges, there's different types, but for this one specifically, it just dictates how the end behavior of the line is. You can move it around, you can rotate the entire thing. And the farther away that the end is from the center, the longer it will keep that shape. So you can see this line is really long here, but it's really short over here. You can kind of see it continues here for a while, but it doesn't really over here. So what I'm going to do is, on the end, I'm going to select this piece. I'm going to extrude it, rotate it across the y-axis so it's facing up, then extrude it again, rotate it, extrude it again, rotate it, extrude again, rotate it, then extrude it one more time. Now, obviously you don't have to create a loop-de-loop, it's just a very big exaggeration, but as you can see, it's still going to follow it perfectly. Might take a little bit more editing, but this is the basics of making objects follow curves in Blender.